It was a winter night, and the forest was shrouded in a thick, silent fog. Clara had gone to spend the weekend at a secluded cabin, seeking some peace. At dusk, she decided to take a quick walk along the nearby trail, taking advantage of the little light that remained. However, as the sun set and the shadows took over the trees, she noticed that the environment around her seemed increasingly gloomy and uncomfortable. The branches creaked with each step she took, but at a certain point, Clara realized that footsteps echoed behind her, measured and somber. Each time she stopped to listen, the footsteps stopped. When she resumed her walk, they followed her again, getting closer and closer. A feeling of panic began to take hold of her, and Clara decided to quicken her pace, her heart beating faster. She then glanced back discreetly and saw a tall, shapeless shadow among the trees, wearing a hood that hid its face. The man, whose macabre smile was visible for a moment, began to run after her, and Clara became desperate, feeling the oppressive presence of the pursuer getting closer and closer. Clara ran as fast as she could, dodging branches and roots that seemed to want to trap her in that dark forest. The pursuer laughed softly, mocking the terror she felt. But then, at the limit of her strength, she stumbled and fell into a small clearing, unable to get up quickly. The psychopath approached, his cruel smile illuminated by the moonlight, and he reached out to grab her. However, a deep and threatening sound echoed through the forest. A gigantic figure emerged from the shadows, an immense bear, its eyes shining with rage and hunger. The psychopath froze, his face twisting in terror, but before he could react, the bear attacked with brutal speed. Clara watched in horror as the man was overwhelmed by the beast's strength, his screams mixing with the bear's deafening roar. In a matter of seconds, the pursuer was motionless, and the bear, after sniffing him, turned its back and disappeared into the darkness of the forest. Clara stood there for a moment, still in shock, feeling a mixture of relief and amazement. She stood up, still trembling, and found the strength to return to the cabin, now more relieved and determined to never return to those forests again. That night would forever be marked in her memory as the day when something darker than evil itself had appeared to save her.